welcome to another MrBetaByte quick look video. And this is just a 10-minute quick look to see how good this machine is. And this machine is a Sanyo VCR7250 7250. As you can see, it's beta hi-fi and super beta. Being US, it'll be conventionally, for the US anyway, for beta hi-fi, a 2-chip head disc. I don't know whether it's got anything for freeze frame. Probably being a Sanyo, it won't. It will just be a 2-head design. I know nothing about these machines at all. I've never taken the top off one of these. It's a later machine, that a generation of later machine that we never saw in the UK. So I'm really quite intrigued to actually work on this as well. Now, as far as I know, I think it's actually working okay. But obviously, being US, we need to step down from 220, 240 to 120. So got the proper kit to do that. So that's cool. And I'm also intrigued to see if this Vestal TV will actually play back NTSC. A lot of flat screens, modern flat screens, or relatively modern flat screens anyway, will play back NTSC. So that'll be fun as well. But yeah, if it does, great. If it doesn't, well, wait for the main video. Let's crack on. So let's power it on. That's looking good. We do actually have the remote, which, because I'm clever, I've not put any batteries in, but they take AAAs, so yeah, I could probably nick some. Sorted. So let's try powering it on. Oh, there we go. That was a bit lackluster. I've taken out the main TV remote, which, incidentally, the main TV is actually showing, which is quite apt, being a USA model, Ryan Hall, and yeah, that's oh, that's Hurricane Francine. So yeah, just hope everything turns out okay with that. Always quite concerned about the impacts of these hurricanes and typhoons anyway. So NTSC cassette, don't know what's on this. Hans Christian Andersen, oh, Mr. Bean, oh, keeping up appearances, all sorts on there. Okay, so usual thing, doesn't lace. Yeah, it's a little bit noisy, although I suspect it could be the cassette as well. Does sound a little bit more like a cassette than anything else. Okay. The buttons are not great on this remote, so we might have to resurface those. So, do we get anything? Doesn't look like we do, but it is playing. Oh, I need to go to SCART. Yeah, so it does play NTSC. So that's looking pretty good, except we've got noise at the top there. Now, these tapes were actually recorded by an ex-Sony US employee, and I think it was fairly high up. So I don't know any more than that. Whether it's in sales or whatever. But yeah, so tracking, and I'm sort of expecting to find like a tracking, like an electronic tracking. Like I say, I've got no knowledge of these machines, so it's actually quite cool to do this sort of off the bat. Dimmer. It's interesting that it sort of resets the clock. Interesting. Counter. Quite a nice display, I suppose. I mean, it's definitely sort of more modern than it has a refinement to it. Oh, tracking's there, of course, just a simple knob. So let's see what it's like. Tracking furthest right, tracking furthest left. Yeah, it does come in a bit. Like I say, it's these tapes can be a little bit finicky anyway, and you've got so much range up the top end. I don't suspect there to be too much wear, but yeah, super cool. I mean, I do really like it. I mean, I wonder how vulnerable having the step on the front of the machine was. I mean, this feels metal, but it isn't. It's plastic with a metal top on it to make it feel better than it is. TV VCR button. But yeah, I mean, it's actually a bit of noise in that switch, so that might be something to look at. Well, it appears to be, I don't know. To be honest, I think it's just switching between the circuits. That's fine. Yeah, so let's test the sound. I have to say the camera does not do it justice. It's a lot better in person. It's really sort of blue when you look at it on the camera, but it's actually quite rich. So yeah, I mean that is a working machine. I mean, I think the only thing really is the remote, but we will have a look at it because. Is it playing hi-fi, and how do you know it's playing hi-fi? Does it tell you? I don't think it does. I think it's just like audio out, left, right. It's beta 3, which is not great. Beta hi-fi, video, audio, which you want. Where does it tell you? Oh, beta hi-fi. There we go. So beta hi-fi there. I thought these were recorded with beta hi-fi. So yeah, that's great. I mean, it's working well. But we will look at it in a future video, and yeah, it does look like pretty much the only thing we need to do. Yeah, see. Yeah, I wonder if there's a dry joint actually, rather than the buttons being bad. Yeah, because that just works straight away. Either that, or they're coming to life after ages and not being used. But we need to, yeah, see, it's going intermittent again. So we need to check that. But yeah, fantastic. It seems like a great machine, and really looking forward to working on this. So with that, thank you very much for watching. Keep an eye out for when we do take the cover off and go through it. And see you in another video. Bye for now.